Introducing Digitone II.
It can sound like this,
or this,
or even like this.
It is the reimagining of an already potent box of FM synthesis into a multi-machine, many-realm reaching wonder, taking the evolution of digitone synthesis and sequencing to new heights.
Get set to pull your sound through the prism and into a spectrum of dazzling tones and timbres. Digitone II is a multi-timbral polyphonic synth with 16 tracks for synthesis or MIDI and 16 voices usable across several selectable synth machines.
It also has a more modular workflow, an expanded Elektron sequencer,
and a whole bunch more. Powerful? You bet.
Fun? Big time.
Let's dive in and get our hands dirty. The audio possibilities of Digitone II are vast, with tons of tweakability. Choose from multiple unique melodic synth engines, FM and beyond, as well as rich percussive options. First, we have Wavetone, a fresh take on the classic two-oscillator synthesizer. Morph between oscillator shapes, add phase distortion, as well as oscillator modulation such as ring mod or hard sync. Define with precision the flavor of your noise, and so much more. And the good news, that's only the first machine out of your toy box. Next is Swarmer, very much taking the buzz to the next level. This super saw in origin cluster is actually 7 oscillators with both main oscillator and its supporting swarm letting you shift waveform. Pick your shape, combine detune and noise modulation controls, and reach rich, complex textures. FM Tone is the original Digitone FM synthesis engine, and it's here in all its glory. Still as crisp, precise, and fierce as ever, and capable of twisting your sound in all manner of delicious directions. Last but by no means least, release your rhythms with FM Drum. There's heaps of flexibility and fine-tuning on offer to craft your own percussive smacks, booms, snaps, and cracks. Play with the transient and noise settings to give your sounds the character and fizz they deserve. But don't let the name fool you, there are melodic options too.
This is a box built with modularity in mind, and packed with modulation goodness. Its workflow, complete with swappable machines and all other kinds of filter options to play with, presents a customizable approach to sculpting your soundscapes into an existence that can shift and evolve. Digitone II's augmented filters add depth to your sounds. Try out a variety of filter types such as comb negative and comb positive, offering particularly experimental sounds, as well as multi-mode, EQ, Low Pass 4, and Legacy Low Pass High Pass. Use key tracking to set the amount of filter modulation you want depending on where you are on the keyboard. The bass width filter is also more flexible than ever. Place it before the other filter or at the end of the audio track chain. There's a dedicated amp envelope for each voice, ADSR for increased control and clarity, or AHD for getting the most out of percussive sounds. Unleash the 3 LFOs to push your sounds into unpredictable yet inspiring territories. Explore the long list of destinations, LFO shapes, fade styles, and modes. All possible per track. Just imagine this times 16.
Now, let's open up a bunch more sound refining options. Get ready to add a little or a lot of brutal grit, glistening harmony or dissonance, and enchanting echoes. Mix them all into the perfect potion. Wash your sound through the delay, reverb, or chorus. Coax out hidden frequencies using sample rate reduction, bit rate reduction, or overdrive. Place the overdrive before or after the filter, whatever works best. Choose how rough you roll. Utilize the compressor via the mixer page, opening up sidechaining and other parameters, as well as the master overdrive for even more distortion control.
The Elektron sequencer is more than just a way to lay down your beeps and beats. It's an instrument in its own right, and a magical one at that. At the heart of it all, as ever, is parameter loading. Add a step to the sequencer, and with a simple press, you can then warp parameter settings as far and wide as you'd like, locked to that single step. Let everyone propel you into different realms, or live record your tweaks as you twist. Per step conditions, settable probabilities, and retrig only give you more control. And all of this across the freshly extended sequencer, allowing you to create sweet 128 step patterns. But it doesn't stop there. Get the max out of your mouth by using Euclidean sequencer mode. Combine 2 pulse generators to open up new creative pathways. And use page loops when composing or performing for oodles of extra refinability.
There are plenty of deep performance and playability maximizing tools, offering numerous means to play, interact with, and transform your ideas, both as they come into your machine as well as once they're there. Note Edit gives you huge editorial control over every single note of your chord. Tweak the note, length, velocity, and even micro-timing of each one. take your sounds even further with a customizable modulation setup for aftertouch, pitch bend, mod wheel, velocity, and breath control, each with 4 assignable parameter destinations and independent depths. Newly added to this list are modulation destinations for key tracking, letting your parameters kick in depending on where you are on the keyboard. To explore more rhythmic and melodic ideas, hit the arpeggiator button.
Here's a chance to pinpoint some of the other ear-catching features you'll find in the box. For starters, and all the way to dessert, there's a whole hearty batch of new preset sounds to enjoy. Jump in, fingers first, to get your inspiration going, or to make them your own. Save your own little clutch of wonderful sounds into a kit, storing all your track's sounds, synth parameters, modulation destinations, and more for quick and easy recall when starting the next track. Perform kits take this a step further, letting you mix things up or trying some other kit from your laboratory on for size. Control All is here, as powerful as ever, giving you full, instant parameter twistability across every or individual tracks. The trig modes allow the 16 trig keys to take on new roles, from varying velocity levels and retrigger speeds to selecting various preset sounds to be recorded into a single track. And yeah, of course, there's song mode.
With Digitone II, you can easily grab any gear from yesteryear to today
and into tomorrow, and get connected using the balanced stereo ins and outs.
Blend them all together with send effects, overdrive, and compressor for full stereo delight.
Like we said, all 16 tracks can be used for MIDI. And the thing about connecting, it's more than the sum of its parts.
It can be pretty fun.